So yeah, this is the gun, still stock. .4 LiPo, not even connected to Dean's yet. It's trash, but we will fix that. Hey guys, so fast way through, disassembled the G3. There are a lot of videos online that show that, so why bother to show it to you? You can find it in another video. Now, I've got the gearbox from the body, and there are a couple of things that amaze me in a good and a bad way. First of all, what? What I can't believe is actually the cylinder for this gearbox. I know if you already spot the difference, but this is the same cylinder they also put in the MP5s. But the G3 has inner barrel length like 500 millimeters, and MP5 has like 180, 200. So why the fuck would you use such a low air volume in the cylinder for such a long inner barrel? That's something that amazed me, like how the fuck, I mean, like this needs to be changed to full cylinder to get a really good FPS joule output. The other thing is that, oh damn, this is heavy, man. The gearbox is really beefy. I guess there will be reinforcements here, here and here. And what I also found out was like, it has a QD port. I never seen this on a JG yet. So maybe there's a newer gun, some newer line, but I already like this because this will get a lot of hassle down with getting the joules and the FPS right, because you can build this into the body and still will be accessible, fully accessible. So this is a really nice thing, and this will make actually the cost and the time of working on it way shorter. So that's something that was like cylinder, you need to change the cylinder. You need a full cylinder, especially for that length of inner barrel. But I think the reason is like, hey, we make all these guns with V2 gearbox. Why bother to put in for one line of guns full cylinder? Because the MP5, the M4 and all that, they benefit from that half ported cylinder. And then it's like, okay, the G3 is the only line that has such a long inner barrel. Yo, let's go with it the simple way. One benefit for the company is that you can sell it to countries like Italy and Northern Ireland and UK, where there are lower FPS than in Europe. So this thing does 300 FPS, 350 between that's fate. So that's really funny. But yeah, the QD port, a high plus. The cylinder, yeah, we need to change that. That's a bother, because that will take you an extra part and will get you some money down to it. And we are building on a budget, so we're gonna open this one. I already removed all the screws. The funny thing about JG is that they use Torx screws, so that's a good one. If you're reusing stock screws, only you reuse them once. Don't screw them in 10 times, because they will snap, or there will happen something and you need to drill it out. Really a hassle. I won't recommend it to anybody. What the fuck? Tight slot. Okay, we have a full metal QD spring guide. That's nice, but there isn't a bearing or a ring or something, so we need to look to that. Maybe we add a bearing or just a ring. Spring, I'm not sure. I think M110, and we probably need an M120. The wires, I like them because they're thick. I don't like this fuse. A lot of people in America should think like, hey, that's nice, keep that on it. But I'm not in that way. Yeah, it's just a glass fuse. Yeah. The wiring to the motor are thinner, so that's actually not beneficial for the currency of electrical voltage, blah blah blah. I'm no expert about voltage and anything, but I'm just like, if you go from thick to thin wire, that will always not benefit you in any way. Yeah. Before opening the gearbox, I always put pressure on all the gears, and oh damn, the shimming is already bad in this one. On all the gears, the anti-reversal latch, the trigger, I always pull on the nozzle for the tappet plate. And then I'm gonna try to get it loose. Okay, I opened it partially already here. Now, sector gear, trigger, couple times, keep a hold of the cylinder and everything will be on its place, kind of. Or you can do what you want and all the springs and everything jumps all over the place. Okay. Yeah, the gearbox, like I thought, because it was so heavy, they have a lot of reinforcements here. I think this is the newer gen gearbox because it's been a while since I have opened up a JG. And they were not particularly like this, especially not coated at the inside. And they had not that matte finish. They were more like gloss. There is a rubber on here because of the body pins so that it will stock better. I think that is meant for the M4 because the G3 has a set screw or a tightening screw at either side, so it can never pop out. Bearings, typical, non-hardened. I keep them there. I think they will hold. Yeah, the nice. Don't remove. I never listened to that. What do we have? Compression part. It's sticky and gum. Okay, we have a V2 tap plate that's already is damaged. And also says, I don't know if you can see it, but MP5. So you use all the stuff for the MP5 or M4s also in the G3. The piston is different. Normally it's completely closed. So there's also maybe for something like electric recoil shock, blah blah blah. Full plastic, one metal teeth. Disgusting gum. O-ring, plastic nozzle, no O-ring. Let's see what the length is. The funny thing is they always say like G3 nozzle is around 21.3 millimeters. And this one is not, this one's 21.5, so yeah. 21.5. It's not perfect because one side will say 21.4. Yeah. Brass cylinder with the JG standard notch. If you want to do another cylinder in this, you need to grind this down flat. Otherwise it won't fit. For somebody that didn't see it already. Piston heads, double O-ring and some kind of solder pad brass nozzle that is sharp, so it needs to be polished. I will use that. I will throw this away, I will throw this away, I will throw this away because I can use it and the air seal will be shit, I think. Let's try to air seal just for everybody on the internet. Okay, there's air seal. But no O-ring. So it might be the grease. I put already 300 rounds to this just to look if there were any funny things. Yeah. I will use these two pieces. This goes into the garbage bin or the spare bin. The spring, I think it will be too soft, but I will try because it has a QD port. If it didn't have a QD port, I would already throw it away. Because, yeah, I need to get the 1.7 joule. Gears, typical, badly shimmed China gears. They're made of pot metal. I always find funny that JG has this huge ass delayer on the gears. And I never see somebody that use them. If does the same, because most of people use this small polymer delayer, if they even use a delayer. And to reverse the ledge with spring, yeah, this you find in Africans. I can use it. There. I think only the Marui stock ARLs, they will fail you because they're from soft pot metal. Yeah, your G3 trigger with spring, I need to use that. Your standard trigger trolley from that crazy PPA material. Shims, and this thing is shimmed like shit, so why bother to shim it? The funny thing is, and this is the first China gun that I don't see that it has it anymore, that it's not like Chinese grease. There's a little bit of grease here on the rails, but it doesn't have any grease on the gearbox. In one way, it isn't beneficial, because if it's badly shimmed, it will grind against the gearbox case and fuck everything up. And the other thing, you don't have to clean it now. Nice, GG. Wires, like I said, they are thicker. And when they come here with the bullet connectors or something, they get to thinner wires, so I don't like that. No MOSFET. Cut-off lever from a harder material than the other things. Spring trigger trolley. If you want to make it a semi-auto rifle, you need to cut the taper plates. And I hope you will see this on camera, but this small square frame you need to cut out of it, because now it's on, like say, the auto mode. You want to remove that so that the cutoff lever keeps in the forward position. If it can go backwards, it can go full auto. That's why you need to trim down this small square. If you've done that, the G3 or whatever V2 gun is single auto. And on a lot of fields they demand that, like you can't put a bolt and then cut off the full auto selector. No, they want completely semi-auto gun. In Germany they have that on every gun. Yeah. So guys, so on this, the stock configuration of the gearbox. This is garbage. This is, I don't know, certain yet. And that we will keep. Because I need to do this on a budget of 250 euros. I think I will, yeah, the gears. I will look for ZCI gears or source down, maybe used parts. Oh yeah, the motor. It's your shallowy, whatever Chinese motor, no special magnets. It's could be a good base to change out the magnets, but that will set you back $20, 20 euros. And if I get an SHS motor used, I'll maybe get it for 20 or 25. So I will try to do that. Yeah. In the next part of the video, I will show the upgraded parts, and before I assemble, I will have the gearbox open. After that, I will assemble it and give you a pre-shoot and my final results on it, and on how much we spent, because there's a budget and we have a budget, so we need to keep under that.